personal show for me. This is my year mark. And also a double or nothing review. Double or nothing review. And also my year anniversary today. So it is special for a lot of reasons today. We're going to get into the recap with Miss Lyric here. You see my girl, she eating and doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I got my wine here. We relaxing today. We relaxing. We enjoying everything. It's a year. We had Double or Nothing yesterday. It was a lot of wrestling going on this weekend. So from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was a lot of wrestling. It's wrestling today. A lot of wrestling going on. Welcome everybody to the chat. Thank you guys. We are here to celebrate, and we're gonna also get into some Double or Nothing. Miss Lyric, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Happy to be here. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sean. We're gonna get into Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing it had its highs and it had its lows. It was one of those, one of those. It turned out to be fun. It was a little shaky in the beginning.
They had me in the first half. Not gonna lie.
They had us in the first half. A little things was going on, and Forbidden Door is like 4 weeks from now, so they're gonna make it up. They're gonna make it up. We know AEW has high standards on pay-per-views because they brought back, coming with it with the pay-per-views. So the standards are always going to be high with AEW with the pay-per-views. So it don't matter if they did bad or good. You see, we're still talking about Double or Nothing. So that says something right there. Thank you, Drip. Shout out to you because he was my first here. When I first started, he was my first guest. So shout out to Drip and also Banks. So Drip and Banks, thank y'all. Love y'all. Thank you, Eddie. We're doing fine. We're going to get into some Double or Nothing. But we're going to start off with the buy-in. Now, the buy-in, it was a little rough. It was rough. I ain't even going to lie to you. It was a little rough. You had the Hardys, Hook, and the Guns, and Ethan Page. Like I've been saying, I've been giving Ethan Page my flowers as being the mid-cards heel, because you always need the mid-card heel. I know some people want Ethan Page to deserve better, but where he's at, he's always going to be booked and he's always going to be on TV because you need that mid-card heel. You cannot just not have a mid-card heel. Everybody needs the mid-card heel, and Ethan Page does that perfectly. I just hope now this story has ended because we saw, which we'll talk about later on in the match. I wouldn't mind if Hardys just kind of hang it up now. We appreciate the Hardys. Y'all have nothing else to prove. Y'all are one of the best tag teams in wrestling, especially during modern day wrestling. Y'all are especially Jeff Hardy. Like today, Jeff Hardy trended for 2 reasons. Wrestling wise, they was telling him to hang it up, but he was trending again on Black Twitter. He is always trending on Black Twitter twice a month for something. The Black Twitter is like, Jeff was more important than Obama in 08, and then over here on wrestling Twitter, like Jeff Hardy had hang it up. So you see how the narrative is. So what did you think about the buy-in, Larry? Get your perspective on it.
So I like the new format of the buy-in. I wish I had more matches. But like I thought the feud was over after the firm deletion, that cinematic match, which was great. Like I thought that was great. And I think that it should have ended there. But I understand that was like right before the pay-per-view. But yeah, like you said, I think Ethan Page has been great. I think that the Guns have been great in this. Hook has been great in this. The Hardys, they just can't go like that. And you know what? I will say, it's really more so Jeff. I will say Matt was doing well in his role as kind of like just a talking head, I think, in this little mid-card feud. But yeah, I think they need to speed up the timeline. Y'all need to pick a retirement opponent, have one more match, and ride off into the sunset. I think that Matt could be used elsewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think that we've ever really seen Jeff's mind for wrestling, so I don't know what else he can do outside of actual wrestle. I've never seen it. I hope that he has other talents in wrestling, but it just no.
If anything, Jeff just work with the up and coming Daredevils.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can do that. Coach them, like just coach. Hey, Darby, if you're gonna be a daredevil, land here, land like this, land. Just help behind the scenes. But seeing him almost damn near paralyze himself yesterday, I was just like,
I think it was painful to watch. Like it's just
yeah.
like that's like in 2008. That was my hero. That's our hero, and just watching him like disintegrate. And you see later in the show, Jeff Jarrett, Billy Gunn, they still got it, and it's just like, damn, man, like this, it just sucks to watch. Like, yeah,
It was terrible to watch. It was just like LeBron James missing a dunk. I was just like, yeah, we're seeing our people having to call it quits. It's a end of an era for certain people. So, y'all Hardy Boys, like I said, just pick your opponents that you want to retire. And we know it's the Young Bucks eventually. Just pick up, like you said, pick up the pace on it. So, that buy-in match happened, of course, to get ready for the actual Double or Nothing card. So during the buy-in, they let people as well. That's part of the opening match, which was the match for the All Atlantic, the Battle Royale for the All Atlantic. And I'll name all the people that was there because some people didn't get to watch, but it was a lot of people. You had Ari Daivari, Bandito, Big Bill, Brian Cage, Chuck Taylor, Dustin Rhodes, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, Kip Sabian, Commander Lee Frank Ocean, Evil Frank Ocean, that's what I call him, Penta, Ray Phoenix, Ricky Stark, Swerve, The Blade, Butcher, Tony Nese, and Trent Beretta. You had all of those great people, great wrestlers at that. So it was a great battle royal. It was so many things that happened in the battle royal. First of all, you had Mexico versus everybody. Mexico versus everybody. You had
they should have had the LWO.
Yes, AE Lucha. That's what I call it. The AE Lucha versus everybody. Like they was working together. Penta was like, why are we fighting each other? Let's fight them. Let's fight them. So look like Black Panther 2 out there. It was them versus everybody. And Penta was no more. So it was them versus everybody. It was great in-ring stuff. Like it was the most fun battle royal that AEW has had, in my opinion. It was just so, yes, should have retired. Whatever. Should have retired. And the last two standing was Swerve and Orange Cassidy. These two, it was great. Fantastic. Really great. It was really close. It had people on the edge of their seats. Because I really thought at one point, I'm like, maybe Orange is going to drop it. Maybe he's going to get that vacation. But Orange Cassidy, like I've been saying, he's been the best in-ring storyteller since he had the belt. And he won by doing the easiest, laziest shit that you can think of. He is the work smarter, not harder type wrestler. And that's what he did. Like the simple shit is kicking his hands. He thought he was about to do the super punch. He was just like, no, I'm just kicking hands. And good job, Swerve, for selling it. He sold it really well. So maybe we will see something in there. But like we've been saying on the timeline, everybody was in that match except Roosh. So
I will say I think they did a really good job with that battle royal because there were so many mini stories inside of it. And so like on Dynamite or Collision going forward, like there's so many different routes that they can take. I think like they followed up with the Swerve and Keith feud. They followed up with like, the Jay White and Ricky Stark stuff, but they also like started like some new stuff too. And so I think that it's a really good launch point for like the next few weeks of if you want to start out different matchups, different feuds. Like there was a lot of cool stuff like Trent taking the hit for Orange.
Yep.
That was great. Like that was beautiful.
Which that will probably lead to something further down. So that's why I always tell people to pay attention to the battle royals because they always start stories off of that. Yep. I know people be like, they need to tell stories. They're giving you the story. You just have to understand in-ring storytelling. Like I said on Twitter earlier, I said Vince McMahon came up with the concept of entertainment because he knew wrestling fans wasn't all the way there. Y'all need pictures. Y'all need this. If Johnny had 5 apples, that's what y'all need. So he started that. If Johnny had 5, he said it himself. He said these dumb ass wrestling fans made me a billionaire. He said it himself. So you got to pay attention to the in-ring storytelling because it was so much that was happening that is probably about to start off. We about to start. Some probably ended and some is beginning. So it was great. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I did.
And it was the start of the flow. We thought, okay, the Battle Royal started. This is going to be a good ass pay-per-view. So we're going to get on to match number 2 that slowed the shit down. And it hurt my heart because y'all know my GOAT was part of it. You had the unsanctioned match. It was Adam Cole, of course, with Sabu and Roderick Strong versus Jericho, and he came out with Jazz. This match was hard to watch. Jericho did the best that he could to get Ruthless out of Adam Cole, but you could tell Adam Cole is still a little hesitant because of the injury. That stuff can affect you mentally when you come back from an injury like that. So you could tell it was kind of messing with him mentally, and so it didn't deliver what it was supposed to. Because the build was getting better, and then when it was time for the match, it just didn't deliver.
Yeah,
and I want to say he accidentally did kind of knocked out my GOAT a little bit. He had to kind of stop the match. Let's just end this match. Jericho is good at that. He's just like, you know what? Just throw the towel.
Just rub it.
Just throw the towel. It's getting bad.
This wasn't good. It wasn't good. Like the Sabu stuff, like it ended so quick. I was like, why'd you even do it? It was like we saw Sabu went through a table in minute 2. This was a 16, 19-minute match. Sabu went through a table in minute 2, and like we never saw him again. Like we never saw any of them people again. Yeah, we never saw any of them people again. Like you said, I think Adam Cole. I wouldn't have put him in an unsanctioned match. Like I just think that why would you put him in a match that didn't cater to his strengths? Honestly, I think they would have been better off running that mixed tag that they're doing on Dynamite on Double or Nothing, because I think that would have protected a lot of people's weaknesses.
Yeah.
And yeah, like even like I went back and I watched some of the matches from NXT Battleground. Like I hate to say it, but that Ilya Dragunov Dijak match looked like more of an unsanctioned match that belonged to AEW than that Adam Cole Chris Jericho match.
Yeah, it was. And we love both. We know Adam Cole is a great wrestler. We know Jericho is great. So good for Jericho for calling that shit early, because he read the energy. He was just probably like, you know what? I can see it in Adam Cole's eyes that he probably he's not there. So let's just end it. Let's just end this match. So Jericho being a bet, just stopping that. He tried to bring he brought the chains out. He started bringing in stuff like, you could say, like, come on, Adam, come on, you got this. We rehearsed this. Come on, you got it. But when it was time, it's just like, I'm scared. I'm scared to take this type of bump. Even when they took the bump, when he did the suplex outside the ring and how Adam Cole landed, when that happened, I could tell that's when Adam Cole was just like, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm scared. I don't want to hurt myself. I trust you, but I just don't want to hurt myself. And good for Jericho for just kind of calling it early. Like, let's just end it. So that kind of, and then the whole Britt Baker coming out, hitting my GOAT with the damn Kindle stick, and then Saraya coming out, it was just like,
I will say the Britt part was the best part of the match. Like that was the only time like any type of life. And the thing is, Adam Cole has had good unsanctioned matches. Like the one that he had with Hangman was really good.
Yeah.
And when they did the Jay Briscoe tribute show, they showed like one of the old ones from Ring of Honor, and it was fantastic. Like one of the best matches I've ever seen. So like he has it in him. I just think like mentally he's just not all the way there yet.
Yeah. So y'all take it easy on Adam Cole, because we know he can deliver, but y'all just have to, y'all all for mental health and all of this other shit. Y'all have to think about when people come back from injuries like that. Especially he took an injury that Bret Hart went through. So, that stuff, he's gonna get his mojo back. But I feel like if you feel like Adam Cole is not your time yet, it's okay to step into the side and probably just help creatively or help backstage until you're ready, like Bryan Danielson had to do, because it takes time, and we don't want to see you in matches like that and you keep, you're delivering awful matches. And we're not saying you're awful, that was just a bad match. And so, shake back. Adam Cole, if you ever listen, just shake back. It's okay. Jericho, you did the best that you could. You my goat. I knew what you was on because he don't never call matches like that. And he do it if it's necessary because he's done it before against Jeff Hardy when Jeff Hardy almost damn near killed himself. And he was just like, no, hell no. He about to kill himself in this match. So let's end it. So we'll move past that one. That was a hiccup match. Following that match, it started off a little bit slow first. Now I'm gonna say Jeff Jarrett kind of exposed FCR a little bit in this match. The tag match, he kind of exposed them a little bit. It's looking like FCR is not good at carrying right now in my eyes. It looks like y'all only have good matches against the Briscoes and Young Bucks. That's what it's looking like. I don't like that.
I think FTR is like they've proven they can only have great matches with elite level tag teams. Like, so Briscoes, the Bucks, they had a great match with Aussie Open. They can do it with those teams, but the thing is, for you to be tag champs and elevate this division that needs restructuring, you got to be able to have a match with anybody, like anybody. And I don't know, like that magic that they had in 2022 when they were just killing everything is not here. Like, it's just not here this year. And now it just feels like I'd rather put the tag belts on best friends. That's how I feel
at this point, because Trent Beretta and Chuck, they are great. And
Chris and OC got the titles. Like, we could have all the best friends, titled up.
Because even when Acclaim had the belt, Acclaim was doing good. Swerve and Keith Lee was doing good. Lucha Brothers was doing good. I mean, Young Bucks. So if you can't carry certain people, or you not, because Dax was botching. He botched twice against Jeff Jarrett on the simplest shit. And I was just like, being exposed right now?
I think Dax isn't like he's more beat up than we can tell. Like, his body, you can tell, like, it's continuing to just not cooperate.
I don't know. FTR isn't missed out as I don't know FTR, because y'all are the face front of the tag team and they giving y'all the opportunities, and Tony is letting y'all control y'all narrative right now. So y'all got to come with it. Regardless of who is the opponents, you still supposed to do your job. Whether if you feel like they're not a good enough tag team or not, you still got to do your job.
Hey, Butcher and the Blade have a good match with anybody.
Yep. No complaints. That's what I'm saying. Jeff Jarrett kind of exposed y'all, because why is Jeff Jarrett outworking y'all?
He saved that match. Him and Karen saved that match. Like, everything interesting about that match included Jeff and Karen Jarrett. That was and Aubrey Edwards taking that guitar today.
Yeah, like the TNA shit outside the ring was saving this match, not y'all. The Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, Jay Lethal was working. They saved this match from
Sanjay.
Sanjay. They saved it from being. Yeah, they saved it from being a snooze fest. So shout out to Jeff Jarrett. Just wait for Aussie. Yeah, one of the members of Aussie Open is
Mark
injured.
Yeah, but they said that he's almost ready to go. The only reason why they made them drop those belts is because he wouldn't be cleared for Dominion on Sunday. But they were like, he should be back like in time for Forbidden Door. So Aussie Open is coming.
Yeah, they coming. So maybe once Aussie Open wins it, it will be picked back up, because they are workers. They're gonna work. They're gonna have a match. And I really want Trent and Chuck to be the new tag champions soon, because it's time to have best friends to get those titles, because they are workhorses. They are here. So Yeah, so that was another one of those hiccups. But shout out to Karen Jarrett for picking that up with the guitar shot, because she really woke the crowd up with that, because it was getting bad. But then when she did that, then that's when it started picking right back up. It started picking up. And then of course Mark Briscoe being the special guest, he did what he could too. So shout out to the TNA.
He had on a camo ref shirt. I have never ever seen that. I ain't seen no country shit like that. Ever.
That is some country shit. I was like, I never, like, he just woke up and put that shit on. It's like, yeah, I'm reffing, but I'm wearing these. So then after that match, of course, Alex Marvez interviewed Ricky Starks, because Ricky Starks was part of the Battle Royal, and Battle Club Gold, which was Jay White, and Juice Robinson attacked him again, and then FTR came into the help of Ricky Starks. Whatever, okay, like, oh brother, it was one of those moments for me. I was just like, oh shit.
Well, maybe this means that they're gonna go for the tag belts, and I'm not gonna lie, FTR, y'all ain't got no excuse, because Jay White and Juice Robinson can work. So like, if you can't have good classic matches with them, we really got a problem, because those two can work.
Right. The next FTR opponents, if it's not working, we just gonna have to have that conversation about FTR at this point. We gotta have that conversation. So of course, and then after that, we had the TNT Championship ladder match. Wardlow and Christian. They ended up waking up the crowd a little bit. Wardlow was doing swanton bombs and shit. Luchasaurus. Arn Anderson turned into a vampire. Christian Cage, he was working. Christian Cage was taking bumps like crazy. He was taking them like a G. And I was like, oh, don't hurt yourself, Christian. But he was taking it. He used to it. I mean, like, what he say on that last promo? Tables, ladders, and chairs. They named the pay-per-view after that, when he was flexing because somebody was pocket watching, and he had to let him know why he was worth that money.
Say, I'm very rich.
I'm very rich. I'm worth it too. But that match, it did what it needed to do. It woke the crowd up. Wardlow retains, and we just hope that now the TNT title reign give him a good prestige, not feed him jobbers. Just give him a good opponent. Just I don't know. What do you think Wardlow really needs?
I'm gonna be honest. I think they need to stay on this trajectory. I think that putting him against actual people instead of jobbers, that was the strongest that I've ever seen Wardlow look. Like, because I think he is very special. He's an athletic big man. Like, he doing swantons off the ladder. I think pairing him with Arn Anderson was a great idea. But the thing is, y'all have to keep giving him good opponents. Yeah. Christian Cage, a ladder match, if that can't get you over, nothing will. And I think that ladder match did exactly what it was supposed to do. Yeah. But y'all got to keep giving him great opponents. Like, have him feud with Ethan Page next, Yeah. But this whole put him in with jobbers on Rampage every week, that's not cutting it. So yeah, I think they can keep on, but they just he has to have real opponents. No more jobbers. Yeah.
I'm with the keep it like not because all Atlantic is like that, but only the difference is just actual people outside of AEW. But I think they can still do that type of concept, but just do it with certain wrestlers, or if you want to use the when they was doing the rankings, I say just use the rankings for the TNT Championship.
Absolutely,
that would work. But I don't know.
I think also, like, with Forbidden Door, I think over these next couple of weeks, we're going to see a lot of New Japan talent show up on AEW TV. And I think that use a couple of those people to really show what Wardlow can do. Like, use that as a showcase. Like, some people in New Japan, like, use that as a showcase. I'm not sure that he's, like, at the stature to give him a Forbidden Door match because we on limited time. But on Dynamite, absolutely.
What about Lance Archer?
Ooh, the thing is, Lance Archer is like above the TNT Championship. So if he's not going to win, then, he could. Like, you got to think, Lance Archer is about to face Will Ospreay to be number one contender to the U.S. heavyweight belt held by Kenny Omega. So like that's just like on a whole different level. However, but if he's in a giving mood, like if he's really in a giving mood,
he said Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb is a good idea because Jeff Cobb is about to face Zack Sabre Jr. for the TV title. Like he's in that TV title range. Jeff Cobb is a perfect opponent for Wardlow. Perfect.
Who said that? The N and the H. I like that. That's a good idea.
That was a perfect opponent for
That
Wardlow.
was perfect. That's a good idea. Jeff Cobb. If you listen, Tony, get Jeff Cobb on the line because he's just as athletic as Wardlow. So that would
exactly
that would be great.
Very similar.
Or he just joined Bullet Club, and we saw him last year at the last Forbidden Door when he replaced
Clark Connors.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and Clark Connors is so ruthless now. Like Clark Connors would be great. Who else would be great? Mark Davis. Once he's back, Mark Davis is like a fantastic singles wrestler.
Yeah,
and I think like him and Wardlow would be great too.
Yeah, that's great. I like y'all suggestions in the comments. And then of course after that we had the AEW World Trios Championship match. The House of Black, they issued an open challenge to whoever, and of course I knew it was going to be Acclaim and Daddy Ass. And the Acclaim came out. Max Caster came out with his freestyle. He didn't say anything towards Julia this time, thank God, because he did the last time and got in trouble. So he came out. It was a great match between them. It was a little bit of hiccup, but it was nothing too noticeable. It was only like if you was really paying attention. But they did pick it back up, and then of course Billy Gunn took the pin. He got pinned. I'm sorry, not took the pin, but he got pinned at the end. But it was a great overall open challenge match, and I really like the lights. I really like how they are doing that with the lights. It looks so illusion. I don't know. I like it a lot.
I do too. I think my only problem is that like if they're doing these open house rules, y'all come up with a rule. Do something. Like stop waiving the rule, especially on a pay-per-view. Like do something, anything. I don't know. Like that was my only thing, but the match was really solid. I think House of Black has really thrived by looking different. Like they really set themselves apart. Their gear, the face paint, they really look like, I want them to lean more into being killers because they look like killers, but I want them to like really lean more into it. Like just smack people around. Like that match went a little bit too long for me. But I do see why, just because the Acclaimed is so over, and right now, like they don't know what to do with them because FTR, got the belt. So
they messed up everything. Ugh.
Yeah,
they messed up everything. It was all around solid trios match, and they're still building up trios tag, which they have enough people in the roster to do that. So just. They're doing a good job as keeping up with the trios belt is not lost in the shuffle since the elite rivalry that they have with each other. So they're doing a good job keeping it, like I'm saying, like not lost in the shuffle with the trios match. It's just like you said, they just need to come up with rules if they're gonna have these open challenges. Just come up with different. Like y'all are Darkness. Y'all have plenty of ideas y'all can do. Like.
Forbidden Door is really going to help them though. Like New Japan has a lot of trios right now. Like they got Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii even holding their 6-man belts right now. So like they're really focusing in on their 6-man division this year. So like Forbidden Door is going to help House of Black. They're going to have some great opponents, hopefully, as long as they don't have to face House of Torture, because then I'm gonna have to like. I don't know.
Somebody did mention that on Twitter though.
Yeah, I'm really scared that they're gonna put House of Black with House of Torture. I hate House of Torture.
So House of Torture?
Yeah, I hate them so bad.
That ain't no damn rules.
These are the rules.
Yeah, so it's so dealer's choice at the end. So like you can the challenger is supposed to come up with a rule. That's basically what it means.
And they never do. That's the thing. Because even best friends, it was like, what's your rule?
No witches.
Witches on the side. Like we don't want that witch there.
Hopefully they're telling a story to whereas the opponents are smartening up to the idea that, oh, I do get to pick the let me pick something that benefits me rather than that.
Kip Sabian is perfect for some shit like that. Kip Sabian, Butcher and Blade.
They are.
Kip Sabian is perfect for doing some shit like Tony. Get Kip Sabian and Butcher and Blade as a rival because Kip Sabian will do some shit like that.
Kip Sabian, he was very evasive on his answers earlier, but it seems that
I wouldn't be surprised if they're building towards that. At least I would. I would say that for All In, simply because Kip Sabian is from the UK.
Yeah. No evil or no shit.
No, for real. I can't stand House of Torture. They were the only bad part about Best of the Super Junior. The only
we might get House of Torture, y'all. We might get House of Torture, but yes, get Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian is perfect for some shit like that. So build Kip Sabian, Butcher and Blade up, start a rivalry with that.
And then you got to think they got Penelope, then Julia, so like it'll work.
It will work. There you go. You got it right there. And then of course we had the AEW World Championship match with the Pillars. It was MJF versus Darby Allin versus Jungle Boy versus Sammy Guevara. Now we know the build to this was iffy, but of course the match turned out to be really, really, really good. Really, really, really good. And of course MJF retains the championship. But overall, it was a great match between the four young stars of AEW. They worked this match. Darby came out looking dressed as Elvis. We saw maybe Jack Perry is, heel turn probably because he did some heel ass shit up until he didn't want to use the belt. But we saw it. They kind of hinting it a little bit that Jack Perry would turn later on down the line. I'm interested to see a heel Jack Perry because he's so used to being a baby face. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe this is the thing that he needs to be the wrestler that he needs to be because Jack Perry is definitely the one and he's just, he still gets nervous and he still gets anxiety when it's time to do promos and stuff like that. And then, of course, Darby Allin speaks for himself. Sammy Guevara, of course, he came out, him and Tay. They announced that they have a baby on the way. I give them a hard time, but, I keep it cute. Congrats to them for having a baby. Welcome to parenthood. It's a wonderful thing, a beautiful blessing. And, I pray that Tay has a great delivery, a great pregnancy, and things like that. So congrats to them. That was a beautiful moment. MJF came out as a devil, per usual, whatever. So, what did you think about the Pillars match? Because I enjoyed it.
I loved it. I think it was great. Still not great enough to main event, but I think that it was great. I think it really showed. It was a lot of callbacks to the history of AEW, like them hitting all of their mentors' finishers. Like,
yeah.
It was really good. I mean, Sammy went off. Like, I don't know. Like, he said he got to feed his family. I don't know. Like, Sammy went off in that match. I have a theory about Jack Perry, though. I think he might go running back to Christian as a heel, though. Because if you hear, like, when they were doing those video packages leading into the on Dynamite about the Pillars feud, when Christian did that voiceover, he was like, Jack has it in him. If he just, like basically if he comes to the dark side, if he ever came back to the dark side. So like, imagine if Christian like changes into that Arn Anderson role, but like as a heel to like build Jungle Boy to take the TNT belt from Wardlow.
Ooh.
It's like, I think that we could cook there.
I like that. Yeah. Go back to your daddy.
Absolutely.
You gotta go back. He'll see like, okay, maybe I do need him, and go back to the dark side with his best friend Luchasaurus. And I like that lyric. I like that because if that happened, make sure y'all Lyric said it first because she did. You said it first. I like that. I think because I'm like, he is going a little this is my life, Jack Perry, right now, until the belt part, and then he just kind of like hesitated a little bit and just put it back down. Like, no, I don't want to hit you with the belt. He could have ended it right there, but he didn't. And Christian gonna remind him, you didn't use the belt. I saw the match. Why you didn't? You had the dog in you and you hesitated.
Oh my God! Don't tell me that. Who did put that comment?
What should I say? I mean, look, hey, listen, this is a good thing. That going back to the territory days, use people in content and stuff like that. That's how we continue on the wrestling business. So you need people like that. You need people just like Lyric. Lyric is great with, tune into her show. I'm telling y'all, tune into her. She's great. She has a great mind. I'm telling you, y'all better use them. Use them while they're here. But yes, I like that. I like that because now I'm thinking that now. Because what if?
I think that's the best thing for him, and like, and also Christian is never going to apologize. Like, he's never going to apologize. Like, that man he just wake up saying like, "I had your daddy dead." Like, he do it. Like, that's his favorite thing to say. It's like but he's never going to apologize. But like, think about it. They would be great together in this sense. If they're all heels together, they're unstoppable. Like, they could even go for the trios belt to that point. Like, yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot you can do with it. I like it. But yeah, so that didn't main event, and we knew, like I've been saying, they ain't main event because the champions demos is just not there. So it wouldn't make sense to have that as your main event if the champion is not over himself. So, and we saw his media scrum, like he already said he don't want to be part of the Forbidden Door or none of that. So it's the same cycle with him. So Tony, I don't know who you gonna drop the belt to him to. Maybe Adam Page. I wouldn't mind Adam Page getting it back again. I wouldn't mind Kenny getting it back again. Somebody got to get that belt back because this is AEW. We work,
Put it on Orange Cassidy. I want to see it on Orange Cassidy. I'm sold now. I'm sold now. After he drops this international belt, and honestly, at the media scrum, they were throwing shots at each other. Like, and OC was like, "Well, MJF doesn't even wrestle. I don't even want to talk about that guy. Like, I know he's not talking about me. Like, they already throwing shots at each other, so I wouldn't be surprised. Like, yeah, put it on Orange Cassidy."
Or a whole rivalry with that would go crazy. And he really gonna have to work with Orange Cassidy because Orange Cassidy is fast paced.
Period.
So we'll see. And then of course we'll go to the main event. Of course, if you're new to the show, we do women business. So we'll get to the women's matches just in case if you're confused, because this is how I do the show, okay? But the main event, the Anarchy in the Arena 2, you had the Elite, Adam Page, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks versus BCC. You had, of course, it is Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio, and Yuta. Great main events. They woke everybody up. Everybody stayed up. It was a lot going on. It's like you had everybody was doing something. Like, you couldn't miss nothing. Everybody was doing something. It was bloody. It was everything. Like, it made up for the bad shit that we had in the beginning of Double or Nothing. But it definitely picked up. Thank you, Young Bucks, for kicking that worst mask I ever seen. Mask Black. I don't know what the fuck that was. They kept singing. I mean, I was used to it because the first one, they kept doing his music. But the live band, but the mask thing, that shit was ugly. Don't do that shit no more. Because at first I thought it was blackface. I'm like, I know damn well this man did not.
I was staring. I said,
I'm like, and then I seen the little mouth. I'm like, okay, that shit is ugly. Why would they spray paint the rest of his face like that? You could have did it red or something. That shit is ugly. But Young Bucks kicked the shit out of him and he fell back and the music stopped and they kept going. It was just so much happening. You had the explosion super kick. That shit was crazy. Moxley is crazy for taking that. I know Renee just be like, oh my God.
And you know he loved it.
If I
you
could,
know he loved it.
Matt, when they were on Complex, when they did the sneaker shopping, he was like, the next thing I want to do is I want to light a shoe on fire and I just want to, I want to kick somebody in the face with it. Like, that's my goal. You feel me? And so he did it with the ones, you feel me? And I think these was the Spider-Verse joints, if I'm not mistaken.
The fact that he did that at like $1,000 shoes, bro, like, it's just like, As somebody like who knows sneakers, like I just can't believe he would just ruin a pair of shoes like that. I get it, but damn.
I did a background on that band. I forgot the name of it, but it looked like he does that on all his shows. That's his thing, his gimmick. I don't think it was like intentional to be racist. I know people like to spew a narrative when it comes to AEW, because y'all quick to do that shit and forget the shit that WWE do. But I don't think it had anything to do racial. It was just uncomfortable and it was just tacky. If anything, I don't think he purposely means to be like, I'm on some racist shit because he does it on his shows. I guess it's just some rock shit. But yeah, it was just an ugly ass mess. That's all. It was just ugly or whatever. I don't know. The shit was ugly. But yeah, they kicked him. So that's over with, okay, y'all. So it don't need to spew nothing that's not there. Y'all trying to you're taking an inch from a mile and shit. Don't do that here, okay? But that's what that is. Overall, though, the match was great. Then we had, our hearts was broken, but we've been called it because, like I said, he was initiated weeks ago when he started bleeding. Bryan Danielson said the first thing is blood. We saw with Yuta. So I call him Cinnabon God. I can't even call him Cinnabon God no more. He attacked
cheater.
Him. Yeah, he's a cheater.
Happy birthday, cheater.
Cheater. Yeah, he's a cheater. We saw that. Of course, he came out. Now, there's a lot of things that can do with this because you have to remember that Don Callis was talking to Will Ospreay. And, Kenny hinted that he has to get 2 more people outside of AEW to come to help him. We know it's his baby daddy, and then, of course, the other one is Okada. Possibly. So we know what's coming. And then I also had a theory. I was just like, 5th member. They do need a 5th member. I said, what if they fuck around and it ends up being fucking CM Punk?
No.
You don't see that?
Absolutely.
What if they curve us with that?
Absolutely not.
We made up, everybody.
I will say, and I don't even think it's all about like having beef with CM Punk. The thing is, like, the Elite, when they tell stories, they going back years and years and years. Like, I've been watching old BTE episodes, and you can see like some of this stuff has been brewing for anywhere between 5 to 7 years. So it's only going to be people that they really have history with. And so, like, that's why I think it's Ibushi and Okada. And plus, like, on the New Japan side, Mox and Okada have been beefing anyway. Like, and Claudio and Mox are going to Dominion next week. So, like, it just makes sense. No, it would not be CM Punk.
I just said, what if they just be like the 5th member is CM Punk, but then it's like, but CM Punk got to wrestle. But
and also, like, yeah, it's just the way that they tell stories. It's just CM Punk just doesn't fit in that at all.
Yeah. No CM Punk, guys. He'll be on Collision, fortunately. We'll see him over there. So AEW fans, Civil War is going to start next month, pretty much. And that's just going to be funny and fun to see on the timeline. So WWE fans, we don't care about y'all anymore when Collision starts. So y'all going to have to pick some new enemies. Y'all can pick on Impact fans now. It's because it's gonna be a whole civil war with us. AEW fandom, we about to have fun with each other. We done with y'all. We getting it all out until Collision start, because then it's gonna be banging red or banging blue, and we gonna see the discourse on the timeline. So y'all, we gonna be like, mind y'all business. Y'all worry about what y'all got on over there. This is the AEW fan civil war, because this is Punk versus the Elite, Team Elite over here. So. WWE fans are gonna have to pick on Impact or something. Y'all gonna have to go somewhere.
It's funny. I got my Impact, my Trinity shirt on right now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pick on Impact fans now, because we're gonna have our own shit going now. Y'all gonna have to find some new narratives. Y'all gonna have to pick something else up for y'all shows and stuff like that, because we gonna be on our own shit. So it's gonna this show, all Elite with Kicks already banging Elite. I don't know what Grapsody, most of them that's Team Punk at Grapsody on Pierce, it's Team Elite, some of them. So we got our own shit. We having fun over here, okay? Our own shit going on over here. So it's gonna be we banging blue on this show.
I love that.
My sister said we really banging red, but we banging blue. This for AEW though. We banging blue on AEW right now. Yeah, the trend. Yeah, right.
Yo,
we banging blue on all Elite Kicks is blue. We banging blue. Impact. Ken, you're sounding like certain people that I don't like. Okay, don't come over here killing the vibes. Now, I used to like you, and you coming over here on my show sounding like them over there. Okay, don't come over here with that. Don't come over here with that. Yeah. Well, what's the score in the game if you're watching?
I got it up. Hold on. It's 63-53. Heat is the third quarter. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Ken, don't be starting that shit over here. This is Team Elite over here, okay? Don't start all that over here now. Look, we can see you. We can see you.
I'm trying to grab one of my.
No, I'm trying to crowd. Y'all stay ahead of my sister, y'all. She trying to get some kills.
I am weak.
We can see some of that big old bonnet. We can see. Okay, so we gonna get into some women business. Women business time. Woo.
This is what you need to do. You need to stay out of women business.
Yeah, we're gonna have to stay in women business. Women business time. Okay, so we know that Jamie Hayter was injured. It was her decision to continue this match the best way she could. So to see people still rate this match is so unfair. Y'all wouldn't have did this if it was Cody. Y'all wouldn't have did this if it was Seth Rollins. Y'all would not have did this if it was a male. But y'all to still try to rate this match, even we knew that she was injured. Y'all do not give a fuck about women's wrestling at all. Y'all just want to spew narratives per usual. So we're not going to rate this match at all. Toni Storm is the new champion. Jamie Hayter, please heal. We want to see you back. We love you. You know, she had the guts. You know, I still want to go out there. My fans are out there. I still want to go out there and do what I can. And she did what she could. But yes, she is injured. It's no kayfabe. She's really injured. I know some people were confused and they thought it was part of a storyline, but she really was injured. She injured herself. So
and she went out like a G too.
Yeah, she went out like a G. She went out like she wasn't dramatic like Cody, but she went out like a G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she didn't have to do it at all, but she still wanted to do it. And remember last y'all was complaining about Toni Storm being the interim women's champion, and she is the two-time women's champion now. So we are having a Toni Storm summer, but she is a heel this time. So it should be interesting. It's a lot that they can do. So we have that going on. I
was also going to say, like, with Toni Storm being champion, she's probably the only other person other than Jamie that can get Stardom to be involved in Forbidden Door. Mm-hmm. Toni is a former World of Stardom champion, and she was the first non-Japanese woman to win that title. Rossi loves her. Like, Rossi loves her. So if there's any chance of Stardom getting involved in Forbidden Door, she's a great champion to have.
Great champion. So congrats to Toni Storm. She is the two-time AEW Women's Champion, the first two-time. No, she's not the first because it was Sheeta, wasn't it?
No, she's the first.
No, she's first. Okay, she is the first two-time Women's Champion. So shout out to Toni Storm. Also, after that, we did have the TBS Championship match, Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. Shout out to Jade Cargill. She did come out with her line sisters. She is part of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. They are the longest Black sorority in African American history. Shout out to Excalibur for spewing that history. I would like to say now I am fully responsible. If you see a post circulating, I did put it on Facebook. I am part of this HBCU page on Facebook. So it's getting around. She's getting AKAs are sharing it, and they are coming, like they are on the wrestling fans' ass in them comments. And I love to see it. Like the D-Line has gotten together and got on wrestling fans' ass because they was spewing so much ignorance in them comments. They didn't know what was going on. Mm-hmm. And rightfully so. Y'all done pissed the AKAs off.
It's over for y'all now.
It's over for y'all. Y'all done pissed them off. Wrestling fans being lame, not minding your business. Y'all done pissed them off. So they in the comments on Facebook getting on all the wrestling fans' ass. And again, shout out to Taya. she really brought the best out of Jade Cargill because Taya is a great fit. She's great at what she does. Her ring interest, she does that a lot when she's in Mexico. So it was not familiar to me because she usually has the luchadors on the side of her and they always be dancing and all of the other stuff. So that was nothing new. So shout out to Jade Cargill and Taya Valkyrie. And of course, Jade Cargill got her 60th win. Why did Graham pop up like that? Graham, you want the ladies to see y'all? See you?
I'm trying to figure out why this nigga's here.
So shout out to Jade Cargill. She did get her 60th win. And then, of course, they issue, hey, we need some more challenges. Any more challenges? We can name the time and the place. And then, of course, I've been spewing this agenda since 2021, and it finally happened. Kris Statlander came out. She was ready. She looked good. She came out thicker. She got the Stone Cold knee braces on both legs. Oh, it was so great to see her. The pop was amazing. She deserved it. She came out and she wrestled Jade, and she won the TBS championship. So she is our new TBS Women's Champion. Business has picked up. Congrats to Kris Statlander. The Alien is back. Kris the Stallion is back. Congrats to her. Her merch was the #1 selling merch yesterday. It still is. I saw it on the website. People is buying up her stuff. People was waiting on her to come. I can't wait to get my shirt because
that shirt fire. Like that shirt fire. That shirt fire.
Yes, I love the gear too. The More Than a Woman, I love that. I love that.
The women picked up the show last night. Like honestly, like they set the tone for that entire last hour. That was Jade's best match. Taya has been the best vet for her to work with. They had the great pop. She did a springboard. I was like, oh my gosh, she's adding stuff. She did an interview this weekend with Women's Wrestling Talk and basically said that she's ready to drop the title now. And so, like, I'm glad that she did. I think everybody just came out of there looking like $1 million. I loved it. And everybody who keeps saying that there was no build, how did she lose? Why did she lose like that? You just don't watch the show.
Yeah.
Neither show. Because a lot of this was on Rampage, but y'all don't watch Rampage. And so whatever. But it made complete sense. She's been getting cockier and cockier every single week.
Flew too close to the sun.
Icarus, yeah, like she literally was doing like always asking for extra opponents. So we've seen it, like extra opponent. Oh yeah, y'all got anything else? Y'all got anything else? So she's gotten too cocky, and then eventually it bit her in the ass. Statlander was always the one to take the title. Y'all just don't pay attention.
She was always going to be one. I've been saying it on the show for a year. They waiting on Kris Statlander to get better. They waiting on Kris Statlander because that's the perfect person that she wants to drop to. She has even said it. Like if you listen to, she also did her interview with Grapsody last year. I'm ready to wrestle Kris Statlander. She been wanting Kris Statlander. So I knew that was the person that she would want to drop it to was Kris Statlander. So it makes perfect sense, y'all. Y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta act like y'all at least watching, y'all. Especially if you in content. Y'all are in content asking dumbass questions. How you gonna be in content and you ain't paying attention to what you're doing? You ain't paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention, and y'all saying shit like this. There's so many people that's in content. If you don't know, tune in to my show. You can tune. If you don't like me, okay, that's fine. Tune in to Grapsody, or you can tune in to Unpurious. You can tune in to Women's Wrestling Talk. They cover AEW as well. Like it is products out there that cover AEW, unbiased, cover AEW. Okay, so it is what it is. It's, y'all have to pay attention to that. But shout out to Kris Statlander. She came out and she got the belt and business pick up. I did see a picture that I really, really liked that I was on online saying like our 4 horsewomen of the AEW ROH, which was Willow, Toni Storm, Kris Statlander, and Athena. So we are the women's division in AEW is off to a good start based on our champions. So, he said in the media scrum that, is a lot of things that they're excited to start doing. They have been listening to us. They're getting it into play. So we just got to let the chefs cook. Gotta let the chefs cook. So we off to a great start with women business. So I like our champions right now. We're off to a great start. And Kris said that she wants to work. She wants to wrestle. She wants to wrestle. She wants to be a wrestling champion too. Tony already a wrestling champion, and then Kris wants to be a wrestling champion. So we off to a good start, y'all. We off to a great start.
They got 4 champions right now. Obviously, Willow's New Japan's champion, but 4 champions who could literally wrestle every week.
Mm-hmm. Who
could wrestle every single week in, week out, and wrestle just about anybody. Like, and I think that's a game changer. Like, yeah, you're not gonna see that anywhere else. Like, I do think like this might be the strongest lineup of champions that AEW ROH has had
ever
for women. Yeah,
forever. So my double or nothing women of the week, it goes to Jade Cargill. I want to give my flowers to Jade Cargill because she needs her break. She's taking a break, and hopefully we see her back better than ever. She's just taking a break because she's on the scenes, like she was at the Mary J. Blige event, so she wants to be out there media wise, and of course take a break, be with her daughter, be with her husband because they was out there. She deserves a little break. So she just want to take a break. It's nothing like, she's dropping it this. She just dropped it because she wants to take a break. I saw people like, okay, it's time for her to go to WWE. She don't want to go to WWE. She want to control her schedule like she's doing right now. So that's what she wants to do. She wants to control her schedule. So like she told Tony, I'm ready to take a break. That's what she's doing. We don't know how long she's going to be out, but she's going to be out doing her thing. So congrats to her for her 60th win. She had a great, it was, I ain't gonna say it's a bad reign, but it's a great representation reign. I will say that it was flawed. It has its flaw, but it's cool. Yes, I did see that she is working on a repackage, and Bryan Danielson probably wants her to work a little bit more in ring. Because she does want to be in the AEW Women's Championship title reign. Now, with that, she has to work the whole, we don't want her to have the MJF effect. Yes. We don't want that. She got away with it with the TBS Championship. It's cool. But the AEW Women's Championship, because that's representing the division itself, we can't have that. We need you to work. So let her revamp and let her work. And let her take as long as she needs to, but giving my flowers to her. Thank you for, you was the first TBS champion, the first Black TBS champion. You was beautiful. Your gears was beautiful for the pay-per-views. You did improve. And we saw the potential there. So congrats to you, your flowers to you, and enjoy your break. Enjoy it. Enjoy your break. So, next on the Genius, so we're going to talk about, I just want to say, we know Double or Nothing was probably not the best AEW pay-per-view. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't the potential that it needed to be. And I want to say, Tony Khan, you need to stop listening to the 2021 AEW fans. Stop listening to and I say the 2021 wrestling fans, AEW fans, because the 2021 AEW fans, they still want AEW to be WWE. They don't want AEW to be the alternative. All the criticism that they give, they basically want AEW to be WWE. And I say this because they keep bringing up stories. We need storytelling. The storytelling is there. It's just in-ring storytelling. If you cannot comprehend in-ring storytelling, AEW is just not for you, and that is okay. AEW 2021 fans, go follow Cody and go with WWE. Leave us alone because he's listening to y'all. Everything that y'all had bitched about, he did, and look where it got it. Look at the product that happens. Stop listening to them. Listen to your day ones and listen to the people that's trying to be AEW fans that ain't saying nothing. Okay? Listen to the people that's being quiet because they're still learning, and listen to your day ones. But the 2021 AEW fans, hell no. Because they don't even know what they fucking want. Don't listen to them. They don't want the alternative to be the alternative. Stop listening.
I saw people say Anarchy in the arena was too brutal. I said, are you watching the right show? Like, this is what, why are you here? This is a TV-14 product. This is not PG. Here we do blood, we do guts, we do all sorts of crazy shit. We do exploding feet, we do thumbtacks in your heels, all of that. This is AEW. Like, why are y'all getting on brutality? Like, there's places for, like, in 2023, I just get so upset when people just have all these things to say, because now more than ever, there are a million different things to watch. There is something for people who are squeamish. There's something for people who like, blood and guts. There's people who like, for people who like Japanese wrestling, people who like Mexican wrestling, for people who want a melting pot. There's something for everybody. So just go find what works for you. But stop trying to put AEW into a box of what you're used to.
That's the problem. So it's them AEW 2021 fans. Y'all can go. Y'all can go. Stop talking. Y'all can go, because we don't need it. And I could tell they came in at 2021 because they not paying. They don't pay attention to shit. They just expect things to. Well, this don't make sense. I'm like, it's literally in the ring. Have you never watched AEW before? Oh, I just started watching. Go away. Go away. So if you an AEW fan and you came in 2021, go away. Go back to where you came from. Go back to Sender. Return to Sender. We don't need you. Tony Khan, please stop listening to them. Please. That's why Double or Nothing looked like it did, because you're listening to them 2021 fans. Go back.
Go away. Go away. Damn it.
The main event on Impact was.
That shit was crazy. That's Steve
all bloody and shit.
That Steve Macklin PCO match was nuts. Like, they put Scott D'Amore through a flaming table. It was nuts. Insane.
Turn to Sender. Y'all could go over there. Go over there with that shit. Don't come over here with that. We not doing this. Is the alternative. Let it be the alternative. But if you want that WWE shit, just watch WWE. But I feel like they do that though. They only do that because Tony Tony spoiled us. So he was just like, oh, okay, if he delivers for his fans, then he can no. Go away. Go.
Stop crying and get some money, is what she said.
Yeah. Didn't he staple his mouth? Did somebody get their mouth stapled at Impact?
Yes. And then he pulled the staples out of his lips. It was crazy.
And that was no outrage? No outrage? Because if it was AEW.
No, facts, man. No, that match was like brutal. I'm talking about repeated headshots, chair headshots. Like, it was crazy.
It's cool when they do it.
Probably the most brutal match in Impact history.
It's cool when they do it.
I do it.
Right. What did I walk into? I just wanted to tell you congratulations, Big Keeks. Like,
thank you, Trav. Thank you. I'm glad you
Big Keeks.
When the business was on, I would have been like, oh, we said no.
That's why I waited. You know what I mean? I literally stepped in from work. You know what I mean? They said I had to work some overtime, so I was like, that means I can leave whatever I want, right? So I left whatever I want. And but I just wanted to pop in and tell you, congratulations on your 1 year. I'm so proud of you. You are the cornerstone, one of the cornerstones. You are one of the pillars, definitely. There's 4 of us, and you are the pillar, and I am so proud of you. And then Big Keeks is your name now. Big Keeks, the GOAT. And many more years to come. Hey, y'all, if y'all don't like it, guess what? We here to stay. All right, I love you, sis. I'm going to get up out of here. But, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God! So they staple mouths and what? I gotta watch that because y'all know I love brutal. I love brutal matches.
And also, and Trinity's first pay-per-view match was also on that card.
Yeah, I definitely got to see her.
Yeah, so it was worth it. I will say, Impact put together a really good show. A really good show this weekend. Really good show on Friday.
I gotta catch that because I love brutal matches. Y'all know because I'm a Texas death match all day, so I love brutality. I like that shit. I gotta watch that shit. Lyric. So me and Lyric match of the night is the same match, of course. So both of our match of the night was, of course, the main event, the Anarchy, the arena. Wait, shit, I said it wrong. The Anarchy in the arena too. The main event. That was the match of the night. Like we said, great match. You can count on the Elite. You can count on these 4. You can count on these 8. You can count on to deliver. And they gave Yuta to do the pin, which was great. Y'all told me that they don't put over the younger stars, and they had Yuta to do the pin, and he pinned Kenny Omega. So that says it right there.
That's storytelling, because you got to think they was beating on Yuta on Wednesday for losing, and he redeemed himself and got the pin on Kenny Omega. It was beautiful. I loved that match. Like, I just sat there and just shocked and just smiled. Like, I love the Elite. I love Blackpool Combat Club. I changed my shirt in the middle of the match because I had on the Elite shirt, and then I put my Blackpool Combat shirt.
Blackpool Combat, y'all need to start selling them bombers that Moxley and Danielson had on. I want that. I want that so bad. And the Sting one.
So apparently Claudio told a fan at FanFest that, like, he makes all their stuff. He has a crack cut machine, and he has a crack cut, and he be making like all.
Claudio made that.
Yeah, he be making their stuff. He be making, like, because they come up in new gear like every week at this point. So yeah, Claudio be making this stuff. He got a crack cut machine.
Claudio, go in business for yourself and give us one. But we want some. I want those.
I want one too.
So did he make Stings?
No, that one was Pro Wrestling Tees. They actually sold that one. So that one's actually for sale on the website on Pro Wrestling Tees.
That is crazy. Claudio is talented, y'all. He making bomb-ass bomber jackets.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. I want one, though. They need to sell that. I will buy that. That shit was fire. So my kicks, I'm going to do my Double or Nothing MVP. Now, I give this person a hard time, but this person I feel like stood out at Double or Nothing, and he proved himself, and he stood out in the 4 Pillars match. The Double or Nothing MVP goes to Sammy Guevara. Sammy, I love, you can hate him, but Sammy Guevara ate in that 4 Pillars match. He worked his ass off. He outworked everybody in that match. Wonderful job, Sammy. This is a Sammy that I want to see more. I want to see this Sammy. You're redeeming yourself. This is the way to redeem yourself. And I want to see more of this from Sammy Guevara. More of this. From now on, that's what I want to see. What I saw Sunday from you is what I want to see from now on. This Sammy Guevara, he did a great job. And I know Jericho was proud of what he saw from him Sunday. Because that's his little protege. So he did a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. So that is my Double or Nothing MVP of the night goes to Sammy Guevara. You can love him or hate him. He did a great job. If you are like in-ring wrestling like I do, he did a great job in that match. What did you think?
I agree. Like, Sammy was great. Did I pick an MVP? I don't think I did.
No, I was just doing one.
Okay, cool. I think mine would have to be between Sammy Guevara and Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
Between those two, because, like, you got to think Double or Nothing was AEW's first event. And so, like, we really got to see a lot of full circle moments of just building the future. And this one was like, I think the future is in good hands. Like, are they some of them ready to main event and pay-per-view? No, but I think this show that one day they will be. Like, one day they will be. And I think that, putting them as a co-main event with Anarchy in the arena, I think this was the best thing for for everybody involved. And yeah, I think that the young talent really shined. Like, and so, but also the AEW originals also shined. Like, so many homegrown talent shine. Like, even look at Jade. Like, we saw her come full circle. Yeah, it's great for AEW homegrown talent.
Yeah, it was a great night for all of them. More so, Sammy, you did a wonderful job. This is what we want to see from you. from now on. So, continue to mature as a person, so that way it can reconnect with the fans. You have to mature as a person. And hopefully, usually children will do that. So maybe, you becoming a father can help you, be a better person. So that way you can be a better wrestler. So that way, the past that you did with the, what you said towards Mercedes, and also the stuff that you did towards backstage with Eddie Kingston and Andrade, we know that you're still young. It's still a lot of learning to do. It's still a lot of growing to do. And I could tell that you are trying to grow up and continue to grow up and continue to, it takes time. It's not a overnight process, but you're off to a great start. Just keep that light. Because I like what I saw Sunday out of him. So. Mm-hmm. So that pretty much wraps up with the Double or Nothing review. Like I said, it is my the anniversary. How you doing, Kris? It is my anniversary. A year ago, I started doing this show. The first person that was on my show, of course, was Drift from Black Wrestling Podcast. And then, of course, Banks was a producer on and off, and sometimes he would join me. I want to thank everybody that has been a guest on the show. It's so many to name. You guys know who you are. I really do appreciate y'all for saying yes to me, guesting on the show. I appreciate everybody that tunes in every Monday live, and also that tunes in on the next following day when it's out on audio. I know a lot of people do not like AEW, but I do appreciate those that listen to my show to get catch up or caught up on what's going on in AEW. That's what I'm here for. That's mostly why I do this, because I know, AEW probably left a bad taste in people's mouths, with the whole thing in regards to Swole and stuff like that. And, some people stop tuning in, and then some people do tune in. But I'm here, to give my perspective, to give my opinions. You can take my opinion. You don't have to take it personal. You can take it at face value and just keep it pushing. But I'm just here to give my side and hear my voice, and my voice to be heard on certain things that I see, because I love in-ring wrestling, and I do love the product AEW. I enjoy AEW. Yes, it is flawed. All of them is flawed, and I can acknowledge their flaws. I'm not going to sit here and ignore every single flawed thing that they do. I announce it here. I talk about it here, that what they need to work on and things like that. But you won't ever catch me hate watching any other product. You won't catch this show, shitting on another piece of show unless it's brought up in my comments, where I have to rebuttal sometimes. But I thank y'all for accepting me for who I am. I'm going to always be me. I want to let y'all know that I will always be me, whether you like it or not. I'm going to always be me. I am here, to any inspiring Black woman that wants to do content. If you look at what I go through, or you see things that, I go through, please do. I'm here to break that wheel of the politics in content. That's what I'm mostly focused on, is breaking that wheel. I don't care how I do it, but it's going to be done while I'm here. And so Lyric can have an easy, smooth ride, so she don't have to go through shit. And the next other person behind her won't have to go through shit. I do not mind taking the hit for any Black woman that's in content. I know others can't. That's what I'm here for, because I can take it. You gonna see me coming. I'm a shark. You gonna see my shit coming. You ain't gonna see me coming behind the scenes. You're not gonna see me coming throwing rocks. I'm not gonna throw rocks at how you gonna see me. I'm right here. You're gonna see me, and I'm not going nowhere. No matter what y'all do, no matter how y'all try to do it, no matter if y'all try to get a gang up on me or whatever, I'm still standing. Like Antoine Fisher say, I'm still standing, and I'm still strong, and I'm celebrating my year, okay? I'm not going anywhere until I want to go. I'm not going until I say I'm done. Until I tell Graham, this is my last episode. I had a great run. That's what I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. None of y'all is going to push me up out of here. Y'all can keep trying. Y'all can keep trying. I see the shit. I see the shit. I see the subs. I hear y'all episodes. I hear the shit that y'all be saying, and I know it's directed towards me. But like I said, you cannot say it to my face. Don't say it at all, because I can say it to yours. I can say it on here, and I can say it on Twitter. Like Graham said, I could get this shit jumping, and I will get it jumping. I've got it jumping before. I can come. Whoever else Black IWC daddy wanted, you can get it. Okay? Any other daddy want it, y'all can get it. Bring your next daddy. Y'all can get it. Anybody. That's with anybody and whoever, okay? But I'm not going anywhere, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate those that don't let others, what they say about me, affect how they feel about me, because I am a nice person. I just don't tolerate the bullshit, and I hate it. So, there you go. Text women all day. I ain't scared of nobody. That's the thing. That's why they don't like that, because I'm not scared of nobody. They want me to be scared of people.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I ain't scared of nobody. Nobody in this content. Nobody in this space. Okay? Nobody. Because I got a real job. I can pay to go to these wrestling shows. I can pay to get some access passes. I'm not doing this for no intention. I'm not doing this for no connections. And I could care less if I don't have no connections. I don't care. I'm not doing this for none of that. I am doing this for fun. I'm having fun doing this. You know, y'all, I enjoy doing this. I smile when I do this. I continue to do this. I'm not doing this for no intention. So if you want to bring another daddy towards me, go ahead. If you want to bring your IWC mama over here, go ahead. We can get it. We can do it. We can do it, okay? But I'm not going anywhere. Whether you like it or not, I'm not. And I'm here to break that wheel. And I don't care who I make an enemy out of it. But this wheel needs to be broken, because it's unfair to Black women in content. We see what y'all are doing. Y'all don't do this to none of the non-Black women in content. Y'all only do this shit to us. Y'all only box us in. And the way that y'all have been doing me, because I am outspoken, people see that. People do see that. I have gotten emails because people see that shit. So, to all inspiring, up-and-coming Black women that's in content, do not be afraid to stand on your own 2 feet, because you have people like me that will support you. I'm here to push. I'm here to inspire. I am here to uplift. This whole wheel, political ass shit wheel that we got here spinning, this shit gonna break while I'm here. This shit is gonna break, and I'm gonna make sure I break it. Okay? So, thank you again for tuning in. Thank y'all for the year, and we're going to hear for year number 2.
Wait, can I just say something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to say thank you. I don't think that people realize just how influential and special that you are. Like, I wouldn't be here. I remember I was just tweeting off into the distance, just watching shows, and one time Keeks DM'd me. It was like, do you want to be on my show? I had never seen myself as a content creator or anything, and it's crazy. Like, obviously, like, you don't know this. I went to school for sport management, and like, I just gave up. Like, after WWE was the only thing in the game, I felt like I was just like, there's no space for me here. So I just found another career, and I graduated, and I found another thing to do. And like, when you told me to come on your show, it changed my entire life. And I remember, like, what was it? I forgot, was it the first show or the second show? And it was afterwards, me, you, and Graham were talking. And you were like, Lyric, you should do your own show. You should talk about, like, you know, you travel, you watch everything. Like, you be going to all the shows, you be watching everything. And that inspired me to do Maps and Graps and like talk about, like, you know, Japanese wrestling, American wrestling, all these different things. And I wouldn't be here, and any success that I have, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you giving me an opportunity. You gave me my first opportunity. I'll never forget that. And that's why every time you ever ask me, I'll be on. I remember I was in London at like 2 a.m. to do this show for Revolution, because I think this space is just so important. I'm also a Southern Black woman. I'm from South Carolina, and I'm a little hood. And I think a lot of times we don't get, you know, we get very boxed in.
Yes.
And people assume that just because we hood, we uneducated. And like, you know, that we don't, you know, that we don't know as much, but we go to just as many shows. We watch just as much wrestling. We study this. We love this. Mm-hmm. And one thing, it's a lot of people who talk about being Black in wrestling content, but you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk. And I'm living proof of that. So I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you and say how much you inspire me and say happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. Y'all about to make me cry. Thank y'all. Cause I'm telling y'all, please tune into Maps and Grabs. She's very informative. I love your show. I love what you're doing. I saw that you also have an article with Women's Wrestle Talk, and that's beautiful to see. And seeing you doing your thing with them, and doing your thing, it is beautiful to see, because it is like Sierra said, it is room for all of us. It is room for all of us. All of us can eat, and all of us need to be united. Like nobody got us like Black women got us. And it's sad that you have certain ones that is doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So, this wheel gonna be broke. This wheel is gonna be broke. And that's my goal from here on out. I'm gonna break this fucking wheel. I know how I'm gonna break it, and I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna come. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see my horns too, because I'm from Texas. So you're gonna see me coming. This will gonna be great, because we need to protect our Black women that's in content, not just the white women, not just the women that you find attractive. None of that. All of the Black women in content needs to be protected. And to you Black women that is on some pick me shit, y'all need to stop this shit, because they not looking out for you. Y'all doing their dirty work, and y'all need to stop that shit. Y'all need to stop that shit. You know who you are. Y'all need to stop doing the dirty work for folks that is not even putting you in the same conversations that you need to be. They doing it for the non-Black women, but they not doing it for you, but they making sure that you do the dirty work. Don't be stupid behind these dudes that's not looking out for you. They not looking out for you at all. They want y'all to think when y'all getting slandered and shit on Twitter and they not saying nothing. I'll have to learn the hard way. I learned that way. You know what I'm saying? I was cool with certain people that I'm not even cool with no more, because they sit there and watch as certain people said what they said about me and didn't do anything. Didn't say nothing. Didn't come to my defense, but quick to come to the non-Black. They quick to come to their defense and not mine. I seen that shit. And once I seen that shit, I started taking notes. Stop doing that. Don't do for others and they not doing for you. Y'all need to stop that. So if you're a Black woman and you in content and you on that pick me shit, I can't even talk. The pick me shit, you know who you is. Stop doing that shit, because y'all are part of the problem. And at the end of the day, they are not looking out for you like you think. Okay? So we need to stick together. We need to protect each other and stop boxing Black women in content in, because this shit gonna end while I'm here. But before I leave doing content, I'm going to make sure the wheel is broken. And that's the goal. I'm going to break this wheel. Okay? So, thank y'all again for tuning in to All Elite with Keeks. Graham hit my getaway music.
You've mentioned a couple names recently. Who were they?
Listen, man. They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody.